What's up my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I have 4 winter style cocktails for you that you can easily scale up and pre-batch for your holiday parties this year. The selection is also pretty wide in terms of flavor profile, so I'm confident you're gonna have at least one for everyone if you use those 4 cocktails as a cocktail menu for your get-togethers. So without further ado, if you are ready, let's go make some tasty drinks. Let's go. First cocktail on the list is the Fancy York No. 2. It's an original of mine and it's inspired by, you got it, the peppermint York patties. Last year I made the Fancy York No. 1, the OG, but it was made out of a cacao washed cognac, which is a little bit time consuming. It was a fantastic cocktail, but this year I wanted to make something easier when you just want to throw 4 ingredients together and still have something super tasty. So if you want to know the OG version, I'm going to link the video up here, but for this year version, all you're going to need is cognac, Branca Menta, brown cacao liqueur, and chocolate bitters. Branca Menta is not as bitter as the Fernet Branca, and it's also sweeter, which is perfect for this cocktail. So we're gonna start in a mixing glass with 2 ounces of cognac, a scant ½ ounce of the Branca Menta, a 1/4 ounce of the brown cacao liqueur, and 3 dashes of chocolate bitters. Now we stir for 20 to 30 seconds. We're gonna strain this over a beautiful Klaris clear cube. And for the garnish, we're gonna crown the cocktail with a nice chocolate truffle. So there you have it, the Fancy York No. 2. Cheers. So first we're hit with that beautiful chocolate nose, and then on the palate we have kind of a stinger cocktail vibe because of the cognac and the mint flavor, but it's much rounder. The sweetness from the cacao liqueur and bitter notes from the chocolate bitters really make of this drink something perfectly balanced, dessert-like but not too sweet. I really love this cocktail. Now, like I said in the intro, all cocktails we're gonna make today can easily be scaled up for pre-batching, so if you want a batch version of this one, you can refer to the show notes. Now, before we move on to the second cocktail of the day, let's talk a little bit about the sponsor of today's episode, Klaris. So yeah, when we talk about hosting a cocktail party or cocktails in general, we all obsess about the drinks themselves, like prepping, batching, and all that good stuff. But honestly, ice is just as important because every drink's needed, whether it's for shaking, stirring, or serving, and quality ice is one of the easiest way to show that you care about what you're doing. Also, there's nothing that kills the vibe faster than running out of ice halfway through your cocktail party. So that's why I always rely on my Klaris ice maker for my clear ice at home. Klaris is the only countertop appliance that uses reverse directional freezing, the exact same method industrial machine uses, but in a compact little machine you can simply leave on your countertop. To use it, it couldn't be easier. You just have to place your inserts in the mold, fill it up with tap water, place it in the machine, press start, and wait. The result is perfect clear ice cubes each time, and the best part is you don't have to deal with any of the usual clear ice chaos. No melting mess, no wrestling with molds, no fighting a giant ice block with a knife, and the shape comes out perfect every time. Also, because the machine works on your countertop, it's gonna free up tons of freezer space, so that's more space for you to store your ice instead of having your freezer completely taken just to make it. Now you can choose between the classic machine that makes 4 cubes at a time, and there's also a mold that makes 3 ice spears for highballs, or the newly arrived mini machine that makes 2 cubes at a time. It is smaller and cheaper, but the quality is exactly the same. I've made a full breakdown of both machines recently, so if you have a hard time picking the right one for you, I'm gonna link the video up here. Also, I can offer you 10% discount site-wide on your purchase with my promo code TOTR10. All the information is going to be in the show notes. So thank you very much, Klaris, for sponsoring this episode. And now let's move on to cocktail No. 2. This one's a tiki clarified milk punch, a little bit lower than most tiki cocktails, which I think is great for holiday parties. You know, going a little bit lower in ABV just might give you more chance at surviving the night. I called it the low tide shredder, and while lower in ABV, it's packed with some tropical goodness. I'm gonna make a small batch today just for 3 servings because I already have quite a few milk punches in my fridge, but what's great with those is they're gonna last almost forever, so you can prep them ahead of time. No worries, they're still gonna be perfect when it's gonna be the time to serve them. So first, in a container, you're gonna add 100 ml of Smith & Cross Navy Strength rum, 100 ml of Fino Sherry, 100 ml again of cream of coconut, 300 ml of freshly pressed orange juice, 50 ml of allspice dram, and 60 ml of freshly squeezed lime juice. As you can see, it already starts to curdle because of the cream of coconut, but we're gonna help it by adding an extra 100 ml of coconut milk. Next, we're gonna filter it through a double-layered cheesecloth. As always, the first drops are going to be cloudy. That's normal. You need to leave some time for the curds to set at the bottom of the filter. Once it drips clear, you switch vessel and re-pour the cloudy liquid over the unfiltered mix. Then you simply leave it filtering all the way through, and once it's done, you simply bottle it up and keep it in the fridge until you need it. When it's time to serve, you're gonna take a nice Klaris ice spear, place it in a highball glass, add 4 ounces of the milk punch, top it with 2 ounces of sparkling water, give it a brief stir to combine, and garnish with a lime wheel. And there I have it, the low tide shredder. Cheers. It's nice and tart, packed with some coconut flavor and a little bit of fine from the Jamaican rum, but also from the sherry, which also adds a little bit of extra acidity to balance the other ingredients. The allspice comes through at the end for a little festive kick, and the sparkling water makes it lively and a little bit lighter, which is perfect for a holiday cocktail party. So that's it for the low tide shredder. Now let's move on to cocktail number 3, the Bitter Daisy. This one has nothing Christmassy besides its color, but if you like a tart, dry, bitter drink, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna start in the shaker with 2 ounces of Blanco tequila, half an ounce of Campari, half an ounce again of quality grenadine, 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice, and to balance out those flavors, a couple of drops of saline. Now, before we shake, I'm gonna use my Klaris ice press, which has beautiful designer plates at each end to engrave some beautiful design in my clear cube. Then we shake. Fine strain the cocktail over the ice. And garnish with a lime zest. And there I have it, a tequila Bitter Daisy. Cheers. It's nice and tart with the tequila being the star of the show, but obviously the Campari also is quite present for that nice bitterness, and the grenadine balances everything with that nice sweet fruitiness and adds just a little bit of floral notes. Now, of course, the color, red and green like this, will just look perfect for a Christmas party. Now, like for the other ones, if you want to have the batch version of this one, I'm going to put it in the show notes. And if you want to do that, pre-batch it ahead of time, I highly recommend you use super juice instead of fresh juice. That way it's not going to oxidize and it's going to stay good for a longer period of time. So now let's move on to the 4th and final cocktail of the day. Let's make a Manhattan highball. So like for the milk punch today, I'm not gonna make a big batch, but feel free to scale this up to as many as you want. Just multiply all the ingredients by the same ratio. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make kind of like a classic Manhattan with small tweaks, a little bit more spirit, a little bit more sugar, but in the end, we're still gonna have something lower in ABV than a classic Manhattan, which again, I believe is a great idea for a Christmas party. We're not gonna add any dilution either because the sparkling water for the highball is gonna act like it. So first, in a bottle, we're gonna add 2 dashes of Engo per serving, which is gonna be 6 here or 12 using a small Japanese dasher bottle like this. Next, we're gonna add 4.5 ounces or 135 ml of rye whiskey, 2 ounces or 60 ml of sweet vermouth, and 1/2 ounce of allspice dram. Next, you simply place this in the fridge and wait for the party. For this one, I like to use my Klaris ice press to make some spheres, and we're gonna need 3 for each drink. Then we're gonna add 2 ounces and 1/3 of the premix for each cocktail in our glass. We're gonna top it up with 3 ounces of sparkling water, give it a brief stir to combine, and garnish with 3 cocktail cherries. And there have it, the Manhattan highball. Cheers. It is the perfect crossover between the classic Manhattan and the whiskey highball. It is kind of light and bold at the same time, but it's sure not gonna knock you off as quickly as a classic Manhattan, which again, I think it is a great idea for a Christmas cocktail party. So my friends, this is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you Klaris for sponsoring this episode. If you guys are on the market for a professional quality clear ice maker at home, definitely check them out. The link is gonna be in the description and the pinned comment below. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and see you very soon. Cheers.